Hello and welcome to a weekly chart show here for Flying Under the Radar Stocks, also known as FUTR Stocks, FUTR. I'm Matt McCall, editor and founder of FUTR Stocks. Thanks for joining me here today. We're going to try something a little bit different this week. Instead of doing a lot of writing, because I know a lot of people don't have time to sit and write and they have more time to listen and watch, and I feel this is a better way to learn sometimes, or at least a different way to learn than just typing. That we're going to look at some of the positions that we have, actually all the positions that are open now, and we're also going to take a look at the S&P 500 and look at the market as a whole. So we're taking a look at the S&P 500 right now. This says as of the close of November 14th, Monday, basically 5 trading days after the election, including the election day. And you can see here, we were down 9 consecutive days going into last week. We bounced right off this blue line, which is the 200-day moving average. This 200-day moving average, we zoom out and see how important it has been since the rally that we had from the last correction we had earlier this year. We've been able to hold above it for the most part, except for one day, and that was the Brexit. I mean, that was kind of a wash. You always had some weird days in it throughout the year. Pulled down 9 straight days. These circles here are the RSI crossover buy signal. When the RSI crosses below 30 and then moves back up over that, out of that oversold territory, which is a blue line. Out of it, boom, buy signal, look what happened. Out of it, boom, buy signal. We rallied quite a bit for about a week and a half before pulling back down. And then again, buy signal, as we said on 200-day moving average, boy, that's pretty darn bullish. I put out an alert before the election, said, and alluded to the fact how bullish that was. We then did have a rally, obviously. Market was down 800 points overnight when they saw Trump was going to win, ended up closing up almost 300 points the next day, and the rally has continued here in the S&P. We lost very little on Friday. Today we were down 1 basis point percentage-wise, so 0.1%. So basically break even, which is actually impressive because I thought we'd have a bit of a pullback, but we've been able to hold on. The Dow Jones Industrial Average which is 30 big guys. They've extended their winning streak to 6 sessions and closed again at another all-time high. Today we came within 66 points of 19,000. Who would have known that we'd have been there a week ago when we had the Dow breaking below 18,000. Now we're talking about 19,000. A huge difference of what we've seen in the last couple of days. And regardless of who you voted for, who you like, who you dislike, I don't care about your politics. You can keep that to yourself. I'm going to keep mine to myself. All I care about is trying to make money in this market. And the way things are setting up right now, the market likes policies that Trump has laid out. Whether he does them or not, I have no idea. But they like to see spending on infrastructure. We talk about spending $1 trillion in the next 10 years. They like when people talk about tax cuts for both individuals and for corporations. They like to talk about stimulating job growth and growth in the country. All things he's talked about. Again, I don't know if any of this comes to fruition, but as of now, the market likes it, and because they do like it, we have to go with that. I saw too many people 8 years ago who did not like Obama when he got elected, said, I'm getting out of the market just because they didn't like Obama. They didn't realize since the day he got elected, the market's up well over 120%, the S&P, since that day in November 8 years ago, and they missed out on one heck of a rally. So you got to put your political views aside here. As upset as some of you may be, it comes down to making money in the stock market. It doesn't come down to political views. All right, so let's just jump into positions that we have now. It's a couple of good days. Believe it or not, even though we were flat today and up 0.1% on the Dow, we had some big moves. This is a position, a biotech that, some of the biotechs we hold for a long time because we're waiting for a big move to be made. This is Alder Biopharma. This is all the way back to September 15th, or September 1st of 2015 newsletter for the FUTR Stocks. Up 6% today. Now we're down about 11%, so we actually got a lot back. This has been all over the place. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and look at why it's done. That's where we bought it back there, 38.54. We've had a big rally after that. We've then sold off, and then we've been working our way back up. If we can get above this level around 36 or so, I think this baby can run and get back above our buy level. I like the prospects. Big volumes are coming in. Biotech is so beaten down. It's moving up, of course, now that Clinton's not going to be sitting in the Oval Office, which she had vowed to go after the pharmaceuticals and biotechs. So we're going to hold on to this one right here. Another one that was originally purchased around the same time is SGYP. This was recommended 2 weeks later in the middle of September of 2015 newsletter. Another one that had a big day here today. I'm going to give you that circle. Big day today, up 7.5%. Let me zoom out here a little bit and show you, what happened. So we actually originally bought back here, but we decided on 10/20 which was right around here. That's why that circle is there. I'll put it back just so you can see. Right around there, we doubled down the position at 5.25, or 5.26 to be exact. So with our cost basis being knocked down, the combined position is down about 11.4%. So we're down about 11.4, about the same as ALDR. But as you can see, if we go back here to the shorter term chart, volume's coming in nicely, it's rallying. If we get above this level, the $6 level, break above there, you can see here on the chart that could really run back up into the 7-8. Suddenly we have a gain. So this is one that bounced right off the 200-day moving average. Last time it pulled back, it bounced off the 50 and the 200. The 50 is yellow, the blue is the 200, and now we're back above the 50. So things look pretty darn good here for biotechs, and the two in particular I just mentioned we're looking to hold. Another one that was a loser but coming back. There's a reason we hold on to some of these stocks, because they get beaten down for whatever reason it might be, and we still see the long-term trend as positive. This is Quanex, building materials. Obviously, I just talked about infrastructure. Quanex, over the last week or so, look at what this stock has done. Up 25% in the last week and a day. So we still like this one, symbol NX, and original purchase was back here at about 20 and a quarter. So we're down about 4.5% or so, 4% on this one. It's filling this gap, so we got to see what it does here. It's filling this gap today. If the rally continues, we'll just move up a stop and let it go. If not, we might just take a small loss and get out. We'll update you on that. Another more of a recent one is which was bought on 9/14 at 23.15. So we're down about 1% on this one. Ultratech, UTEK, semiconductor equipment and material company, bounced off the support level, which we liked, which is very good. Had an RSI buy signal right at the same time. Now above both moving averages, which we like. So we're going to hold on to this one. We think this has some more upside as well. Going back to another biotech, which we put out a couple biotechs all at once. We will a special biotech report on 10/18. We put out 3 of them. We locked in gains on 2 of them. This is the third one, the one we have left. This one is down slightly, about 4.5% from its entry at 9/21. But you see it's on one heck of a winning streak here. It's about 7 straight days the upside after bouncing off the 200-day moving average right here. It may run some resistance right around its entry price, right in the low 9s. We'll keep an eye on it. If it fails right around here, we'll either take a small loss, small gain, move on. We're okay with that, but we'll hold on to it for right now. So that's the only ones we have open right now. Typically, we have a lot more, but over the last 2 weeks, as you've noticed, we've been selling a lot, and we were not extremely aggressive going into the election because we weren't sure what was going to happen, and we didn't think the reward to risk was very attractive to us at that point, so we held off. Now we're reevaluating everything, and so we have a couple positions that we're looking to add in next week, and most likely get a couple buy alerts out to you for some additions to that. But just to give you, people tend to have very short-sighted of how things have gone. We've had some losses, we've had some winners, but this year we've closed out 65 positions. We have 49 winners. Puts our win percentage at 75%. So that means 3 out of every 4 stock ideas that we put out, we close out as winners. That's impressive in any type of environment, especially in this year. There's been some crazy moves, a lot of volatility. It's been really, really a tough year for many money managers, but we're hanging in there. And that's following up, of course, last year. We had a really good year, 2015, 94%, 35 winners, only 2 losers. So you put those 2 together, we're definitely top-notch when it comes to performance. I just wanted you to keep that in mind. When people say, well, the problem with this business is it's kind of, what have you done for me lately? And we're going to have good months, bad months, terrible months, amazing months, good days, bad days, you name it. I mean, it's just how it is. You're not going to be perfect every month. If you do, you're probably doing something you shouldn't be doing, which we don't do. So keep that in mind. But this formula works. It's been working for several years. We're going to continue to do it. We're looking to add some new buys to the list coming up. So I hope you everybody had a great holiday, or not holiday, a great weekend. I guess it was a holiday, Veterans Day. And then I look forward to doing some more of these chart shows. Please give me some feedback too. If you have any feedback, feel free to shoot us an email at info, INFO, at futurestocks.com. So it's INFO at FUTR Stocks.com. Again, this is Matt McCall from Future Stocks. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining me.